Standard GPS apps are great for your EV for finding coffee shops, but they're terrible at planning an EV road trip. They don't know the wind speed, they don't know how cold it is, and they definitely don't know how much battery your specific car uses at, say, 60 or 70 miles per hour. Today, I'm showing you the gold standard for EV routing, a better route planner, or ABRP. We're going to plan a long distance trip and show you exactly why this app is the ultimate cure for range anxiety. And make sure that you stay tuned because I've got very exciting news about a competition that I'm running. So the first thing that makes ABRP different is that it isn't generic. You don't just pick a car, you pick your car and the exact trim that you have. So step one is selecting your car from the list and the exact model that you have. You can set the reference consumption. If you know your car is less efficient because, I don't know, you put bigger wheels on it or you've got a roof rack fitted or it's laden, then you can tell the app and it'll take that into account. You can set your battery health. If your car's a few years old and there's degraded by maybe 3, 4, 5%, then ABRP will factor that into the math for calculating your routes. It's an MG4. The infotainment doesn't come with a built-in sat-nav. There's just not one built into it at all. Some of the higher models do come with a built-in one, but they're not brilliant and they certainly are not up to what ABRP is. So what is ABRP? Well, it's a sat-nav that's generic across iPhone and Android and can be linked into your infotainment system with either an Apple Play or Android Auto, whichever. And it uses real-time information about the weather, traffic conditions, and charges en route. So what you can do is you can plug in. So on the free version, you can use ABRP on the phone itself as a sat-nav, and it will give you information as to what your starting charge is and an estimate as to where you will need to stop off to recharge en route, which is fine. Now, Teslas go one step further. Teslas will tell you when and what chargers to use and for how long. We don't have that in most. It's coming, but it's not here yet. So if you buy a ODB dongle, which looks like this, and I put a link in the description to this one, and to a video that I've created showing how to connect this up to your phone so you can get that magic number of state of health or how much battery capacity is your EV lost since you've had it. So I'll put a link for that in the description below. Please go and check it out. So this plugs into your car quite easily. On mine, it's just underneath the steering column, and I just plug that in. What that will do is that will then talk to the car's brain and it will send information to my phone via Bluetooth. Now, what that will allow me to do is use ABRP with real-time data. So the faster I go, the more traffic I'm in, the colder the temperature, the more wind speed there is. All this uses additional power to going in a straight line on the flat. And ABRP will use that and it will recalculate your route and it will tell you what charges you need to stop at to complete your journey and how long to charge for, because that's important. You don't want to be charging for longer than necessary. You want a boost, charge it, get on your way, get to the next one if needed, or even your destination. And it knows all this. Now, there is a caveat that in order to be able to use that real-time data and connect it to CarPlay, you do need to subscribe to their Pro version. It's about £4.99 a month, I think it is, which, to be fair, is great value. It's like a cup of coffee a month if you drink out at one of those coffee shops that your built-in sat-nav manages to get you to. But it gives you the ability to plan a route and actually use that data and actually only stop off when and where you need to for as long as you need to get to your final destination. It just takes that whole range anxiety out. And really, this should now be standard in EVs, but it just isn't. So let's take a look at how we set this up on the phone, and then we'll give it a test drive and we'll see what happens en route. Okay, so I'm going to load up ABRP and I've already set some of this up. I've already given it my exact make and model of my car, so it knows the capacity of the battery, what the normal usage is, even knows what color it is, so it's pretty cool. So all that information is already in the system. So now I'm going to link it to my OBD reader. So I'm going to click link. Yes, I understand all the security. It's going to give me a list. Now, VPeak is the one that I'm after. And if you've not seen my previous video on how to set this up, please go and have a look. I'll put a description link in. So it's talking to the OBD reader now. It's getting all that information from the car's brain and it's going to feed it in. So there you go. It's connected and it knows that my battery is on 95.76 of its life, not what it's charged, because that is only 12.16%, but 95.76 of its life. So let's give it a test. I'm going to try and navigate to the Trafford Centre up in Manchester from where I am. It's not a massive journey, but I know I don't have enough charge in my battery to get there. So it's telling me it's a 37-mile trip. It's going to take 11 kilowatts of energy, and it's going to route out based on what my starting energy is. However, what I can now do is click use live data, and this will now talk to the car. So my state of charge has gone from 90% down to 12% because it's got a real figure from the vehicle itself. When I'm driving, it will automatically adjust based on the amount of energy that I've got. If I go faster, I use more, so it'll make me charge quicker. It's really, really intuitive and clever. So this is rerouted based on what I've got, and it's given me a charging station. And this is what I like. I didn't know there were chargers near here that I could go and publicly charge on. It's given me some chargers. Didn't even know they were there. So these are BEV ones. It tells me it's a 150 watt kilowatt charger. There's 2 of 2 and only 1 available. What I can also do is if I've got any sort of subscriptions or charge cards or favorite chargers, I can add them to here and it'll favorite them. Also, if there are certain chargers that I really, really want to avoid, I don't like the costs, I don't like the app, I don't like the ethics, whatever it might be. If I go into avoided networks, what I can do is type in the name. I will literally just type in the first one, which begins with an A, which is Apple Green. They're not a bad company. I've used them before, so nothing wrong with Apple Green. I just want to show it you as an example. But what I am now going to do is I'm going to subscribe to their live version. Now, what this does, it gives real-time directions and will tell you when to charge. So it's $4.99 a month or $39.99 for the year, which is the best, really. But I'm only going to go for $4.99 just for this demonstration. But what this will do, it will take real data from my car and it will give me where I need to stop at what particular point. So let's give it a test. Okay, so I'm not actually going to drive to Manchester because it's raining and I really can't be bothered. But what I wanted to do is just use the sat nav and just see how it acts. First thing I have to do, I have to turn off the annoying robotic voice that it's got. For a modern app, it's got the AI voice of a sat nav from the mid-1990s. It's horrible. So I turned that off straight away. But it's nice and clear. It's got a good display. It's got very clear instructions as to where I'm going and the directions. It gives me the speed that I'm doing and the speed of the area on the screen as well. But what it also does is it gives me the charge that my car currently has in the middle and what my estimated charge will be when I arrive at the chargers or my final destination. It's just brilliant. And it really does take the anxiety out of driving to places, knowing that the car is always one step ahead of you and will give you directions to the charger as and when you need it. And what the app will also do when you're planning it, it'll tell you how long you need to charge for at that charger and build that into your estimated arrival time. Now, obviously, if the chargers are all full, it's not going to know that until you get there. It might know that they're being occupied, but it won't actually know how long you're going to be waiting in the queue before you can get on a charge. You know, it hasn't got a crystal ball, but it's really, really good. And as I said, these chargers, I didn't know they were here. This is Crewe Hall. This is a very, very, very posh place. Very posh place. But they've got public chargers. What I wanted to do as well was just test it on how accurate it was at the final destination. So what I've done this week is I've actually tested it going to my normal office location and it's pretty much spot on. And it's about 0.5% out from when I leave to when I get there. It's about 0.5%, and that is probably down to the weather conditions and the speed that I'm traveling at. But overall, I really, really like this application. This should be standard in all modern EVs. Say some EVs now come with this kind of app that will guide you to the nearest charging points. Ones like mine don't have it. This is an amazing tool. I would recommend this as one of the first things that you buy as an EV driver, along with the OBD reader, because it does need that OBD reader in order to be able to get that data from the car. It can't get it without it. But with the subscription to the software, it gives you that real-time information. It will give you the route as to where to charge and how long for. And more importantly, it links in with CarPlay. So that's why you can see it on my screen there. It's linked in with CarPlay. You don't get that ability with the free version. You get a lot of the other features, you just don't get that one particular feature with it. And this really, really annoyed me when I got there. There is a Peugeot 106 petrol car parked in a charging bay. And as you can see, there are plenty of other parking spaces nearby. But no, the good old petrol ICE vehicle decides it's going to park in a charging bay. But anyway, there you go. That's a better route planner. Hope this video was of use to you. Please like and subscribe. Really helps me grow the channel, and I will see you in the next video.